Welcome to Metropark / Island / Garden State Parkway, New Jersey. I am here after coming from my Jersey video, which I filmed a couple minutes ago, but which came out 2 weeks ago. And today we are taking, is it on there? It is on there, the 10:06 Amtrak train to New Rochelle to go ride arguably New York's stupidest transit mode. So, without any further ado, here's some history. I'll see you again on board. Welcome to today's history section, which is not actually a history section because today we're looking at something not with a storied history, but rather something dreamt up by someone smoking NJT bus override fares. With that, this is CircuitNR. First, some context on the actual company that runs it, Circuit. They appear to be a cross between a rideshare and a microtransit company, and they're pretty obviously capitalizing on the nationwide microtransit boom. Except, they seem to be putting microtransit in the most random places. A ton of spots in suburban Florida and California, the seaport of Boston for some reason, and a bunch of places in New York State. 4 of these are on Long Island, in Southampton, East Hampton, Montauk, and Brentwood. The 3 on the South Fork all have anomalies. They're all quite small, and the East Hampton and Montauk ones are almost laughably tiny. They just connect the town to the beach, and the Montauk one doesn't even serve the train station. But the Southampton one, while still tiny, directly competes with the local transit agency, Suffolk County Transit, which, I find kind of insane. Yes, the Montauk one kind of does as well, but it's so tiny that I don't think that counts. The Brentwood zone is fairly normal, but then we get to the 2 New York City ones. That's right, urban microtransit. This may be a hot take, but in my opinion, in transit planning, one of the worst things you can do is urban microtransit. Aside from distinctively car-centric planning, it's really the worst thing you can do. I have to give Circuit some credit. One of their New York City zones in the Rockaways makes a little sense. It's an underserved and low-density area. Fair enough. But they have a zone in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, served by 3 subway lines, tons of bus routes, and a very dense and walkable area. Why does it exist? I don't know. I don't think anyone ever will know, but it is thankfully temporarily closed. Please make it permanent. So because the Williamsburg zone is closed, let's get to the topic of this video, New York's stupidest transit, CircuitNR. It apparently has been in operation for 4 years already, which is kind of shocking, but it is just so painfully badly planned. Why are there random protrusions of the zone to outer areas of New Rochelle? Why does it focus on downtown New Rochelle, a dense and already well-served by Beeline area? Why do some zone protrusions follow just random Beeline bus routes? Why are parts of neighborhoods partially but not entirely included in the zone? Who planned this monstrosity? I am by no means a professional urban planner, but even I can tell that this is absolutely ridiculous. To add insult to injury, you could argue that this is probably one of the worst places to put microtransit in New Rochelle. The northern parts of the city are very suburban. I've been there. I'll link the vid to where I went there. You could actually put microtrans there, and it would do well. It's not very well served by Beeline. It's very low density. That would work. Here is bad. Why is there a microtransit in the dense downtown and not in the undense suburban part? It just doesn't make any sense. Well, before I go insane ranting about this let's actually attempt to ride this, quote-unquote transit. I'm not calling this real transit until I ride it, and here's a hint. It's bad. Thank you. Welcome to New Rochelle. We are here. The actual train and station are not super interesting. What is interesting is CircuitNR. Also, it appears that on the app, unless I did something wrong, you have to type in the address. So that's why I haven't booked the trip yet. I have to type in the address of the places I want to go. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll explain what we're doing. Alright, so the booking experience was pretty much normal. I didn't get a screen recording, but it's just a normal microtransit app. It's not great, it's not terrible. You do have to type in the exact address, which I don't love. You can't easily set it on the map, but it is possible. I ended up going up to 1 Payne Ave in the northern zone protrusion because I just wanted to see all of them because that's the best way to abuse microtransit. And then my vehicle came, and it was a surprise to say the least. It's just a car. It is just a car. What are we doing with all the car riding? Okay, I couldn't hear at all what I was saying in this clip, but the gist was, it's a car. I am riding a car. I run a transit YouTube channel. Guys, I swear, please don't cancel me. Please don't cancel me. That's a car. I just took a free Uber. What the f***? seriously, what the fuck? That must cost so much damn money to run. And what is this zone protrusion for? There's a school there. Cool, you can't access it because the zone is only on North Ave. There's the Thomas Paine Museum, guys. Wow. No one is taking and the Beeline 485 runs right here too. Like, if the point of this is to offer free Uber, then why are there so many zone protrusions, and why is it billed as a microtransit shuttle thing? And if the point of it is to offer a microtransit shuttle thing, then why are the zone protrusions so random? Like, this is just a suburban neighborhood. No one is taking this over Beeline. Heck, most people are probably driving. The Beeline 485 is by no means a perfect route, but people will take that over this any day. Yeah, that's my rant. So now, I'm going to walk about 30 minutes-ish that way, maybe this way, to go just show really how these zone protrusions being linked to streets instead of being just out-of-zone links can be really abused, because there's another zone protrusion over that way that actually makes sense. The point of it is to serve a housing development, but it's linked to streets. So you could just get on halfway through the zone protrusion instead of you can only get on at the end. So yeah, let's go abuse that zone. Alright, so I walked over to the other side of New Rochelle. I thought it might be one of the electric pods they advertised the trip as being, and looky-see, it was. So, let's go take a ride in one of these things. Just in case we don't get to ride another electric pod, here's the doors. 3 rows of seats, each with their own individual door. There are manual windows. They're currently down that you can roll up. And then there's seat of course. It feels very janky. The door is very small, and it's just a very small vehicle. I don't think this can go more than like 30, but the speedometer tops out at 60. It's very fun and little weird vehicle. This is in theory what's supposed to run every trip, but in case my last trip is not one of these, I'm gonna do the tour of it now. So yeah. This is much cooler than just a car, and also kind of stupid too, because like you could just get an electric van for probably much cheaper than whatever this is, and it would seem more beautiful than 5. So yeah, for what that's worth. But yeah, we're now going to Drake Ave, which, as it is not an actually stupid zone protrusion, it's just a random neighborhood. It's kind of a lost opportunity. Kind of, but I'll talk about that more when we get there. Alrighty, so I arrived at Drake Ave. It's just a little neighborhood. According to Google, it's called Woodside. It's in the southern part of New Rochelle. It's not weird. It's just odd that the zone cuts off after two blocks. I feel like they could link this up with the southern zone protrusion. Speaking of that, I then walked down there. I walked down to the end that serves a housing development, which I think part of it is senior housing, and then I got, you guessed it, another pod on our way back up to the train station. So I'll see you there for a little debrief. Alright, there goes the little autonomous pod. Welcome back to New Rochelle Station. I actually managed to make it back here earlier than planned, and I'll be able to get the earlier train back to New York. So a little debrief. Yeah, it's bad. It's just objectively not good. There's no way to parse that. However, aside from the originally quoted wait time of 30 minutes that had been canceled and rebooked, so far, or at least not so far, that was my last trip. Every trip that I've done has had a short wait time, which is important for microtransit, but also mean that the cost of this that New Rochelle is paying is probably insanely high. So yeah, New Rochelle is probably paying a ton of money for this, and it's not even a good microtransit. I get the good publicity of it being electric, but I think the money would be much better used on Beeline extensions, or making Beeline free. So So yeah, with that is CircuitNR, New York's stupidest transit system. I'll still explore your data while it's here, but it is very dumb. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.